Hope Special, starring Marty Allen, Steve Allen, Jack Benny, Red Buttons, Jack Carter, Jerry Colonna, Howard Cosell, Bill Dana, Joe Flynn, Shecky Green, Merv Griffin, Artie Johnson, Corbett Monica, Jan Murray, Ken Murray, Louis Nye, Tony Randall, Don Rickles, Nipsey Russell, Danny Thomas, Joanne Worley, special guest George Foreman, and Les Brown and his band of renown. And now, here is the star of our show, Bob Hope.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much. Here I am with Cupid's greetings. I'm sweet, I'm loving, and mellow as wine. Burt Reynolds spoken for, so can't I be your Valentine? Now, this is my third show this season for Ford, and I'm glad they didn't come up with a better idea. But really, Ford is the most progressive automobile company in the world. Who else would hire Cecil Beaton to decorate the glove compartment, Mama Cass to test the seatbelts, and Twiggy to model for the dipstick? Hey, I just flew in from New York, by the way. You got to be careful what you say at the airport. The ticket agent asked me if it was true about a bomb being on one of the planes. I said, search me, and they did. Boy, they really give you a thorough body search. Some people object, not me. I think the search is the best part of the trip. I fly a lot, and this week alone I saved $40 in massages. I told the guy searching me it was my first frisk, so please be kind. One security guard frisked me for so long I thought he was going into business for himself. I said, if you tell me what you're looking for, I'll tell you where I keep it. You know, the other day at L.A. airport, they searched Raquel Welch for 3 hours, and she was getting off the plane. What bugged her most, 6 of the guards were from another airport. You know, did you read about Senator Hartke of Indiana refused to be searched? And I don't blame him. When the senator was dressing in the morning, he made an emergency repair, and his whole career was on the line. How would it look, a Democratic senator holding up his shorts with a Nixon button? Incidentally, after all the statements I've made to the contrary, I may have to make another trip to Vietnam next Christmas to entertain our fighting peace negotiators. And I know you've all heard the good news by now. North Vietnam has finally qualified for foreign aid. I knew peace was at hand when they changed Kissinger's airline ticket from government official to student standby. Yeah, but you gotta hand it to Kissinger. He's so persuasive, he could sell Archie Bunker a subscription to Ebony. That's why they delayed the peace treaty in the first place. Hanoi wasn't sure they had enough ammunition to hold a ceasefire. Their ceasefires are about as safe as Agnew hollering "4." I'm glad the ceasefire was finally signed in Paris. The ceremony was very complicated. Secretary of State William Rogers had to sign so many papers, he thought he was applying for a GI loan. No, it's true, though. Rogers had to sign 72 documents. When he signed the last one, Leduc Toe picked it up and said, "Congratulations, you're now an ensign in the North Vietnamese Navy." This weekend, NBC will broadcast the Desert Classic golf tournament, and among the celebrities participating will be astronaut Gene Cernan and Dean Martin. Cernan and Dean have similar backgrounds. Each man has orbited the moon. By the way, Dean did go on the wagon. He went on the wagon, the one that's pulled by 8 Clydesdales. No, but we're happy that we have Dean down in Palm Desert, and, you know, he's a fine golfer, and he's never had a bad lie. His ball has, but he's comfortable anywhere. Actually, Dean plays very well, considering he's never seen the ball. Clint Eastwood's playing this year, though I don't know why. I don't know whether we need another young, tall, handsome sex symbol. And Glen Campbell will be there with his electric guitar and hairdo. religion will be well represented down there. Danny Thomas and Billy Graham are playing against each other, a miracle of hole. I played golf with Billy Graham and never again. If there's anything I hate, it's a guy who makes you fill in your scorecard on the Bible. Tonight, we're doing a show with 21 of America's top comedians. Imagine all those comedians on one show. The peacock is still rolling in the aisles, trying to hatch the eggs. No, this show has quite a plot. I play a mad, egocentric scientist, which was tough for me because I'm not a scientist. And and Howard Cosell is here. I have to be careful what I say about Howard. He has a black tongue in karate. And George Foreman, the heavyweight champion of the world, is on our show tonight. How about that, huh? And would you like to know would you like to know what part he's playing? Any part he wants. Well, actually, we were going to have both George Foreman and Joe Frazier here, but the last time they got together, they almost had a fight. I saw the fight on closed-circuit television. I had a $25 seat, and Frazier sat down before I did. Fight was so short that when the referee raised Foreman's arm, I thought it was a deodorant commercial. The whole thing lasted a round and a half. I've seen longer fights at the roller derby. And I want to tell you, that Foreman is really tough. He makes the Godfather look like Truman Capote. No kidding. He's had 38 fights. He's been in more rings than Zhao Zhao's finger. Hey, and the Russian newspapers made a big thing of it. The headline in Pravda read, "More brutality by American capitalist bosses. Foreman beats up a minority worker."
Good evening. This is the 7 o'clock news, bringing you everything that has happened since 6:45. The big story announced earlier today on the 5 o'clock news, which was recapped on the 5:30 news and analyzed by David Brinkley on the 5:45 news, was denied on the 6 o'clock news. It has now been confirmed. The world is facing a disaster due to the energy crisis. Supplies of coal, oil, electricity, uranium, and other sources of energy are disappearing at an alarming rate.
Petroleum is so scarce in Russia, they're running their tractors with borscht. In Italy, homes are being heated by olive oil, which leaves only Pepsi-Cola for the salad dressing.
And here's a late bulletin. Authorities now believe that the energy crisis is no accident, but a carefully calculated plot to subjugate the governments of the world. And for that big story, here is Rhoda Parrott. Miss Rhoda.
Thank you, Mr. Alex. Well, hello, all you rumor lovers. Today I've a goodie for you. And for a change, it's true. Guess who is responsible for the energy crisis? Well, a secret underground hush-hush organization called, are you ready? The Energy Grabbers. A fiendish underground organization whose specialty is dirty work. The group is masterminded by the notorious Dr. Sigmund Paranoid, who may be remembered as the evil genius who grew the eggplant that ate Chicago.
My masterpiece, the remote control energy grabber. You know, with this marvel of miniaturization, I can control the world. I can suck the energy out of Boulder Dam, Grand Coulee, and Muscle Shoals. I can even turn off reruns of Lassie. So far, my diabolical plan is working perfectly. It's just a matter of time before I rule the whole world. I don't care what Henry Kissinger says. Just have a few more things to work out. Where's my assistant? Igor, come in here. many times must I ask you to use the door?
Now you have another one.
Last time I buy a robot made in Japan. Come here, Igor. I want you to help me with my experiment.
Oh, yes, Master.
Watch these lights connected to the big cities of our country. There goes Pittsburgh. Who could that be?
I don't know. We never have visitors except when the moon is full.
Yeah.
Hi there, Dr. Paranoid.
The moon is full. What do you want? On second thought, let me rephrase that. Who are you?
I'm a reporter.
You're a reporter from what paper?
Women's Wear Daily.
Well, I thought you might be just skipping around pollinating the neighborhood.
Well, may I say, you've been voted best-dressed mad scientist of the year, and I can see why. That smock. Ooh, that's adorable. I love your smock. May I? Oh, I have to laugh. You are mad.
Look, would you come in for a landing so we can talk this over? Huh?
Oh, I want to. My, who did your living room? Picasso? I'm curious. What turned you against society? A depraved childhood? Possibly a domineering mother? A dramatic love affair?
None of those, but you've given me a great idea for a movie of the week.
Master, I'm getting hungry.
Cool it, Igor, cool it. Cool it. Look, I'm just giving this creep a little rope. I think he's a spy. I'll draw him out cleverly.
Well, it's been lovely, but I must dash back to the office. We have deadlines, you know.
No, you don't. No. Woman's Wear Daily. Come on, spill it. You with the CIA, the FBI, the fuzz?
Don't be silly. The only fuzz in my life are my bunny rabbit slippers. Oh, your laboratory is darling. Love it. What are all these thingamajigs here? Look at that. Oh.
Igor, grab him. Igor.
Oh, don't touch me with those scaly claws. That's all I need, the heartbreak of psoriasis.
This is my masterpiece, the energy grabber. With this little device, I can suck all the energy out of Niagara Falls, Cape Kennedy, and Tom Jones.
Heavens to Hermione Gingle. Wow. Oh, does it work?
Does it work? Igor, turn on the set. Watch, right there.
My goodness, is it time for Sesame Street already?
Listen, you. Sit down, Mr. Reporter, so the world will know I mean business.
Oh, release me. Oh, I love that mad gleam in your eye, that stare. Oh, how you stare.
Hi, Mr. Savage.
This is what my energy grabber is doing to the Super Bowl tonight. Watch this.
Ladies and gentlemen, somewhere in the United States this evening, there lurks a fiendish genius with an appetite for the macabre. It's apparent that the long-awaited, much-heralded Super Bowl confrontation between the Miami Dolphins and the Green Bay Packers has deteriorated into a frustrating fandango of futility. The score at this time is either 32-12 or 7-61. We take you now down to the field where you can see the action for yourself if you squint real hard. Hey, Dandy, you got any butter for my fingers?
What's the matter with you?
What's the matter with me? Either I got a terrible case of heartburn or I was sitting on my candle.
That's the third time you got sacked. This ain't a potato race, you know.
Well, I had the candle in the wrong hand, and he hit me on my blind side.
Hello there.
Norman, is that you?
Sterling, old chap.
Hey, do me a favor, Norman.
Anything, Sterling.
Hold my hand. I got separated from my team, and I'm scared.
Okay, fellas. This is gonna be easy. One of those guys is wearing a dress.
Hey, hit it. You just tackled one of the cheerleaders.
I thought his shoulder pads had slipped.
Listen, this darkness is murder. The referee just penalized me for 10 yards for cold hand.
And you fumbled twice this quarter. What happens?
Hey, did you ever get candle wax on your fingers? It's murder. It's murder.
It never stopped Notre Dame.
What are you doing in a huddle? You belong to the other team. Are you nuts?
Okay, guys. T-43 R2. Let's open up a couple of holes.
Okay,
let's open up a couple of holes.
Okay, let's go.
All right, let's go.
Okay, guys.
Let's go.
Let's go.
All right. Okay, 42, 68. Height. Height. Hut. 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 H-U-T. Hut. Idiot. Hut. Give me the ball.
What ball? We're on defense.
I want to know who's responsible for the Super Bowl outrage, Henry. Dr. Paranoid, never heard of him. Who's he? A mad scientist? Or where's the FBI, Scotland Yard, Interpol? They don't work weekends? What about Snoopy or John Wayne? Oh, hold it a second, hold it. Guess who's right here in my waiting room this very minute? 3 of the greatest handicapped detectives in television. One can't stand, one can't sit, and one can't talk. Yeah, I'll call you later. Oh, my best to whomever it is this week. Send in those television detectives. Now, gentlemen, I called you here to discuss a matter of extreme urgency. What I tell you here is top secret.
Sir, do you think it's safe to talk in front of this foreigner?
Who you calling foreigner? I'm as American as egg fooyong. Cool it, fat boy.
Glen, fat boy. I may stomach all over you.
Oh, gentlemen, please, you're behaving like Congress. I'm sorry, but I don't place you.
Honorable sir, I represent Leigh Charlie Chan at your service. I am not only great detective, also do acapulture, give ping pong lessons, and write sexy fortune cookie.
Gentlemen, the arch enemy, Dr. Paranoid, has got us over a barrack. Nothing personal. Now remember, men, you've got to be up on your toes. Sorry, just a figure of speech. Now, Chan, I want you to scour the East Coast and find Dr. Paranoid. Iron Bottom, you take the Midwest. Cannon, you can cover the West.
He can cover Oregon with just his 3 chins.
And this is the President's office, a historic shrine in which all monumental decisions are made. In fact, it was right on this spot where that Ike took his first divot. And this is the hotline right here.
To Russia?
No, to Jill St. John. Oh, let me show you a rarity. This is a bottle of California wine returned with a nasty note by George Pompidou. You're in luck, folks. Look at here. The president himself in top secret conference with some of his top men. Which one is the president? The one smoking the banana.
What's the meaning of this? How dare you barge in here and interrupt an important meeting? Banana? Look who's making fun of my nose. At least mine has never been rained in. Now, is there any reason why I shouldn't throw you out?
Yes, I'm not in your cabinet. I'm sorry, sir, but this is the only chance these people will ever have to see the inside of the White House.
Why is that?
They're Democrats.
Well, in that case, carry on. But be as quiet as you can.
Thank you, sir.
As I was saying, civilization is facing virtual extinction. A mad scientist has invented a device for siphoning the world's energy, and his name is Dr. Paranoid.
What's his first name?
Sigmund.
So you see why it's imperative that we track down this maniac and incarcerate him.
Why don't we just put him in prison?
Your brain's soft like wonton.
So smart, how come you're not in prime time?
Between cockamamie chair and fat belly, no room for anybody else.
Now, I want to make one thing perfectly clear. The need is urgent. We're completely dependent upon you. The swift and efficient capture of this man is in your hands. You must exterminate Dr. Carter. We need immediate action, gentlemen. So, carry on. Good luck.
Wait, sir, it won't move. The power's gone.
I better call the Weight Watchers and tell them I won't be there tonight.
Nothing can happen to me. I'm too inscrutable. Evans to Key Luke. I've lost my accent.
Don't you worry, this is just a minor setback. A minor setback. I assure you these scoundrels will never put anything over on me. Ever. Victory will be ours.
Somebody sucked the energy out of my fingers.
Photograph you're looking at is...
What photograph? I'm not looking at any photograph.
in back of the cigarette machine, stupid. Jim, this is the notorious Dr. Paranoid. He must be found and exterminated. One word of caution. He is a master of disguises. Memorize these features.
He really is paranoid.
This tape will self-destruct in 5 seconds.
Let me make a note of that.
Schnook, you forgot to put it back in the cigarette machine.
Tim. What's the caper?
Careful.
Huh?
Act inconspicuous.
Oh.
There's this mad scientist, see? He's determined to wipe out the world. But we're going to get him first, you understand? Our world-famous barbershop rub-out. The one we stole from the Valachi papers.
Oh. Well, I'll see you at the barber shop. Right now, I gotta go to the drugstore.
What for?
Johnson's baby powder.
Now, he comes into this barbershop every morning for a shave and a manicure. He may be a mad scientist, but he's neat.
I hope he gets a move on. This girdle is killing me.
He'll be here any second for his morning shave. How's the chair coming?
Great. All I got to do now is put in the rocket fuel.
You think it'll work?
Just stand by for Apollo 18.
Okay, but there goes your tip.
Lupus, did you put the piranha in your bowl?
No, I couldn't get a piranha, but don't worry. I got a very nasty anchovy.
This ought to take care of his acne nice and neat. You know how I loathe a mess.
Yes, I do, Felix. Don't worry. I've got something that'll stop the bleeding.
Here he comes. Come in. You're next, sir.
Oh, fine. Who are you?
I'm the new manager.
Yeah, well, where's Angelo, my regular barber?
We sent him to England for his health.
To England? What was the matter with it?
Had the London flu.
Are you always that funny?
Well, you see your fingers.
Whatever happened to nice barbers like Perry Como?
I assure you, sir, we're very competent, if you will.
All right.
Yes, here we go. All right, sugar, here we are now. You know, you only goes around this life once, so you've got to reach for it with all the gusto you can.
I don't know whether to have a manicure or a daiquiri. There's a fish in there.
Yes, of course there's a fish in there. It's Friday. That's Victor. He's a very friendly little fish. Why don't you pet him?
Okay. Can you play the piano with just knuckles?
I cannot manicure till you soak.
Now, wait a minute. Whoa! Whoa. Hey, she should send Victor to obedience school. You ought to try this. What kind of lather is that? I have to be careful, you know. I have baby skin.
Oh, really? When did you get the transplant?
Let me see that can. Well, how's it work?
You just...
Goodness, you're clumsy. You've cluttered up this whole shop. Who's going to clean up this mess?
Never mind that. How do I get my shave?
Don't worry about that. I'll shave you. Yeah. Nothing to it.
I don't know.
What's the matter?
I don't know. This chair is kind of uncomfortable. There's something wrong with it.
Nonsense. This chair is perfect.
Oh, really? Here, you try it. Be my guest. You like it? Next. Well, boys, we sure pulled the plug on this planet, huh? More power to me. Yeah. You know, I control all nuclear power, including the bomb. Oh, come back, you fools. It's my bowling night.
Boss!
Yeah.
What despicable caper did you pull off this time?
I stole all the milk away from Mark Spitz. Now, he's too weak even to say, you know.
Say, that was a close call in the barber shop, wasn't it?
Yeah, those amateurs. How they lasted 5 years on TV, I'll never know. And I'm not taking any chances. I advertised for a bodyguard. Hey, listen to my ad right here.
Yeah.
Mad scientist seeks fearless bodyguard with bone-crushing left jab and a brutal explosive right cross. Typing not essential. Apparently nobody's filled these qualifications. I haven't had a response all day.
Is there somebody here that wants a bodyguard?
Yeah, I want a bodyguard, not a jockey. You must be kidding. Why don't you have a short beer and get lost, huh?
Well, you have a jostle. You don't even know who I am.
Okay, who are you?
My name, Jose Jimenez.
I knew it wasn't William Buckley. Don't tell me you're applying for the bodyguard job.
You take me for a jackass? Jose Jimenez is a bodyguard manager.
Yeah?
Say, you look familiar. Didn't I see you at the Democratic Convention?
No, you're thinking of Jubert Jumfrey. Look, let's get down to business. Where's this bodyguard you're peddling?
Right here. And now, in the red door with the round hole, the heavyweight champion of the world, George Foreman!
Do I fit the bill?
If you don't, we'll have the bill adjusted. Do you have any references?
37 of them. No, make that 38.
When you're having a good time, you lose track, huh? When can I call your last reference?
As soon as he recovers from intensive care.
So you think you can guard my body?
I sure do. When do you think you'll have one?
Therefore, I'll have Muhammad Ali let the air out of your gym bloomers.
My goodness.
Dr. Paranoid, we've got to get out of here. He's coming.
Who's coming? What are you talking about?
The most dreaded detective in history. The only cop in town who can outstare Jack Webb.
You don't mean...
Yes, it's Poop-Eye.
The party's over. You got me, the party's over. Everybody up against the bar, you got it? Okay. Now, the first guy that moves, I'm gonna grab him by the legs and make a wish. You got it? Okay, you guys. I really mean it. I'm gonna hurt somebody. Now, move back. Now, come on, you hockey pucks. Move it, move it, move it. Come on, move it. Come on, move it. Come on, hey, move it. Come on.
You couldn't get me Sammy Davis?
All right. I want every one of you guys to empty your pockets and hurry it up. Face the bar and empty out, huh? I only got 10 minutes. I'm due uptown. I got to smother a Cub Scout. Come on, you guys. Let's see it, huh? Shirts. Shirts. Are you kidding me with shirts? Who are you kidding? If she kissed you once, she deserves stunt pay. Okay. Hey, you're new around here. I don't know who you are, but you're getting on my nerves.
My name is Jose Jimenez. I'm the manager of that Boston, you see.
Oh, really? That's
Yeah.
terrific. Later on, I'll help you stuff a taco, okay, kid? Level with me, huh? Level with me, you crazy Mexican kid, you. Level with me. Are you pushing heartburn? I spoke to the immigration department, you understand? Gonna let you go home Friday if everything goes smooth, and as soon as you go home, your back's gonna be dry. How about that, you trick-or-treat hockey puck, huh?
What's the matter? Didn't your mommy love you?
Wait a minute. We don't have to put up with this.
Hey, you, hey, you, hey, you. I'm gonna mind to book you on a 747.
Yeah, what's a 747?
It's an airplane, you moron. It's an airplane.
What are you looking for?
As if you didn't know. Who's the wise guy that heisted all the uranium out of this country? Look at this. Look at this. Bisodol, Alka-Seltzer. Look at this other stuff. All these medicines, huh? You gotta be kidding me. Gelucel, every one of them. What are you guys? Some sort of stomach acid freaks? What?
You have a search warrant?
Do I have a search warrant? What, are you kidding me? You keep it up and you're gonna wind up with this big guy handcuffed to him, doing an old Tony Curtis movie, skipping through the swamps. How about that? How about that? I think I'll slap you around. That's what I'm gonna do, guy. Yeah!
Come on, baby, you're hired.
Yeah?
You're hired.
Oh, my back. Brown tree.
I just want to warn you.
You want to warn me? Are you kidding me, fella? Hey, hey, hey! Are you kidding me? You've got nothing. Look at your body, flabby and loose. It's only a job. Look at the muscles on you. Look at the muscles on you. You got nothing. It's like Holloway, your muscles. You got a body like Audrey Hepburn. You're all there, but it don't make it. Now, I want to tell you another thing. I want to tell you this from the bottom of my heart. You couldn't go 3 rounds with Don Knotts. What do you know?
Hey, you got us all wrong, copper. We didn't heist no uranium. Look, these are all for indigestion. Here, do yourself a favor.
But I don't have indigestion.
Do yourself a favor.
I think I'm making a big mistake.
You made a big mistake.
And now, the man who made the late-night talk show what it is, and you're welcome to it, here's Stevie.
you very much for that underwhelming reception. By the way, our show tonight is so packed with biggies that I'm not going to have time to play the piano. We can't all be Liberace, you know. Anyway, nobody paid to get in here. But tonight we're bringing you another one of our big idea shows. The idea for the night, Mad Scientists. Isn't that a gas? And speaking of gas, he's got it all, folks. We'll have him tell you all about it. Let's have a nice welcome now for the most feared man in America, a mad scientist who, during our show, may actually destroy the world. But first, a word from our sponsor. Friends, are your dentures slipping? If the world ends right now, do you want to face St. Peter with a wobbly plate? Of course not. Then get Elmer's gum glue. Remember, with Elmer's, your teeth may go, but your gums will stay. Now, here he is. The most dangerous man in the world. How about a warm, friendly boo to a real heel? Dr. Sigmund Paranoid. Here he is. We'll get right down to business, Doctor. And by the way, are you really a doctor?
I was, but they took away my license for malpractice.
Why did they do that?
They caught me making house calls.
Well, is that what triggered your hatred of society and turned you into a psychopath?
No, I was fine until one day something happened that shattered my faith in everyone and everything.
And what was that?
I found out Chet Huntley was afraid to fly.
Doctor, you know, your energy-grabbing device there has really fascinated the world. Could you show the folks how it works?
Oh, my pleasure. My pleasure.
Okay.
This is my special energy grabber, patent pending.
Yes?
Soon available in decorator colors.
That's nice. Well, now, in honor of your visit, Dr. Paranoid, NBC has stationed camera crews at likely spots all over the world, so we can actually see what happens when you give us a demonstration of your amazing device.
All right. So much for the Hollywood freeway.
What else you got?
Los Angeles International Airport.
There it is, the proud bird with the lead tail.
And now I'm going to short out every electric blanket between here and Passaic, New Jersey. Watch this.
Okay.
What happened?
Egad, the electric blanket is on the blink.
It just went dead? Did you put the blanket out?
No, and I didn't turn on the cat.
Anyone ever tell you you're the next thing to an idiot?
Well, next time we'll get twin beds.
You're impossible. You make my blood boil.
Good. In that case, you won't need the blanket.
Dr. Paranoid, why are you doing this? What is it you want?
What do I want?
Yes.
I want the moon covered with whipped cream and a maraschino cherry. I want the Pacific Ocean for my swimming pool. I want Europe, Asia, Africa, and America.
Listen, now that the kids are married, do you really need all that room? I meant no offense, good doctor, but the world somehow must be saved. Is there no hope, sir, for a compromise?
Compromise? What have you got in mind?
I'll tell you. That's right, it's time for Let's Make a Deal. And here is your host, Monty Benny.
You know, I'm not surprised that they picked you as a contestant. That's the funniest get-up we've ever had.
Are you going to give away the money?
Why not? Remember, of all the virtues, the greatest is generosity.
He won't say farewell till he gets an Emmy.
If you really want to know, I'm not saying farewell till you get an Oscar. Now, to start off, would you like to trade me the money in my pocket for the money in your pocket?
It's a deal. How much have you got?
$50.
Let's see it.
I can't get it out. It's stuck.
I don't want your $50, and in just 30 seconds, I'm going to destroy the world, Blue Eyes.
See? Even a mad scientist notices.
Okay, come on, Monty. Let's make a deal. Offer him a curtain.
All right.
Walk this way.
If I walked that way, I'd have my own curtain.
All right, let's make a deal. Will you give up destroying the world for everything that's behind curtain number 1?
Gee, it's so hard to choose. I don't know. Okay. I'll give up everything for curtain number 1.
Congratulations. Look what you won. The Taj Mahal, including its fabulous treasures. A swimming pool by Crane, the company that makes a tank worthy of the yacht in your tidy boat. A waterbed used only once by Richard and Liz. The Fort Knox gold deposit. Lorne Green's residual check. The bottom half of the horse that didn't make it in The Godfather. And a sequin jumpsuit fought over by Liberace and Doc Severs. Total value of the deal, $19 billion. And now, the big moment.
Here it is.
Will you trade me everything from curtain number 1 for curtain number 2?
Well, gee, I don't know what to do. Okay, I'll trade it all for curtain number 2.
Well, your little game is over. What have you got to say?
Les, thanks for the memory. Those cities I've destroyed, of guilt I'm quite devoid. Just through my fiendish schemes, 24 comics I've employed.
We thank you so much. And thanks for the memory. Before you made us grow, you gave us each a joke.
I know each time you got a laugh, I almost had a stroke. But thank you so much.
Working with you has been groovy. Your murders and mayhem were funny. But now come across with the money.
You know they say crime doesn't pay.
Oh, thanks for the memory. Our power's been restored. You'll get it just reward.
If I was such a rotten fink, why did they all applaud?
You've been a jolly audience. You should all get an award. We thank you so
Ladies and gentlemen, before we wrap it up for tonight, I'd like to thank my 21 comedic colleagues who so generously joined us here tonight to help us with our mad 60 minutes. And I'd like to congratulate our new actor and world's heavyweight champion, George Foreman, right there. Say, George, you were excellent in the sketch. Why don't we trade a few witticisms right here?
We don't have a rematch clause.
Well, a few months ago, we launched Mark Spitz on his acting career. Maybe we could do the same for you.
Yeah, I'd like to do some of those commercials. I think everybody needs beer.
George, it's milk.
To each his own.
Tell us about your amazing fight with Smoking Joe Frazier.
Nothing to tell. I just helped him kick the habit.
What was your strategy?
Well, I figured if I kept him on the floor, he wouldn't hit me.
Well, You put on an inspired performance. You certainly were keyed up for the fight.
Well, I knew that Howard Cosell would interview me after the fight, and there's only one thing worse than losing. Let's listen to him afterwards.
Well, George, how do you rate Muhammad Ali?
He's my favorite poet.
Well, George, you came up the hard way. I understand you were a high school dropout?
I didn't even make it that far. I got my education in the pool room.
You too, huh? Well, you can learn a lot in a pool room.
I didn't. Until I was 18, I thought Minnesota Fast was the president.
I'm gonna tell you, George, you can chalk up this year for a big one, the championship and a brand new baby. Isn't that marvelous? Tell me, would you help your offspring plan a career in boxing?
Never.
Well, it's brought you fame and fortune. Why would you deny that to your own kid?
She's a girl.
George Foreman, right there. Thank you for being with us. We'll see you next month with an exciting special from the Mardi Gras in New Orleans. And in the meantime, remember, February is Heart Month. Help it if you can. Good night.